Hello everyone, my name is Nur Izzati Binti Ishar, and today I hope all of you are able to give me your full attention throughout my speech. Who are smarter? Is it male or female? The question has been in the mind of the researcher and scholar. It has also been a very hot debate topic. A lot of researchers agree that there is no such thing as the difference in intelligence between gender. But this is some of the researchers did found that there is a slightly greater in male intelligence than female. So today I would like to convince all of you to believe that men indeed are smarter than women do. There are many reasons why I claim that men are smarter than women. It's because males have larger variability, more spatial ability, and have different brain size. I believe a lot of you will disagree with my claim that men are smarter, especially to the ladies that they believe they're able to do anything and they are the same as the men. But trust me, I will be able to convince you with my three main points that I will be discussing in the body of speech. First thing first, I would say that males have a larger variety than females do. When it mentions a variability, it do have a relation with cognitive skills. It's a mechanism of how people learn, remember, problem solve, and pay attention. Everyone has it, but it has a different level on each people. In majority, it is true females have it in a higher amount, but when you take a look at males, even the lack of it, a lot of things they can do. As example, they are able to repair a lot of things on their own. But back to when I mentioned variability, don't forget this is just a part of it. We need to count on physical ability too, but we should not talk about something you already obvious and you already know. Let us take 21st century research to make my point stronger. In 2018, the research did show that only a few ladies in STEM courses and there is more of them in non-STEM courses. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering and mathematics. As you can see in the graph, red indicate females and blue indicate males. Overall, as we can see in our school, the ladies are smarter than guys are. They have more consistent result, but very few of them are top scorer. For the non-STEM courses, a lot of the ladies have a very high grade and but very and they have a lot of scorers, top scorers. As for STEM scores, on average, ladies have slightly better grades than average guy, but their consistency also high. But the top scorers are from the males. Well, that that was an easy one. Let's take a look on my second point, which is a little complicated. So we're going to my second main point, which is spatial ability. Spatial ability is an ability where you can rotate 2D or 3D object in your mind. From this picture, how do you solve this? Are you rotating the image to match the answer, or you counting the boxes that you saw? From what I from what I found from what I found when I did some testing, males really did rotate their the image in their brain so they could match so they could find the answer. And as for the female, they count the boxes to find the answer. This shows that males have superior in spatial ability, but I do not mean that females do not have it. They could do the rotation, but there is a probability where they could not find the answer. Females are likely to rely on visual aid. It also did apply on video games. The research did show that men prefer first-person shooter. They use their spatial ability to the utmost. They are able to perceive and visually understand information such as features, properties, measurement, shapes, position, and motion. Their awareness becomes sharper when they play this kind of video game. It enhanced their spatial ability in many ways. That was my last sentence on explaining my second point. Keep on, keep on moving to my last point. Now I'm about to tell you my last point. Brain size is also my evidence to on men are smarter than women. The brain size of each human has a different size. On average, men have a higher digits for weight and mass, weight and size. The difference can be around 6 to 11%. When an IQ test did between them, the results are not that different, but men have a higher result. Even in the slightest is the difference. A lot of researchers and scholars reject this and claim that brain size is not a major factor that men are smarter. But there is also a lot of researchers agree that difference in size play a major factor. As you can see at the place that have been marked, that tissue have been the tissue were called cortical tissue. On average, women have this cortical tissue thicker than men do. Cortical tissue is a primary cortical areas like motor sensory and visual function. Like I said before, women are better at visual skills. More complex of the cortical function like language and to some degree memory are also well clarified. This is the reason why I claim that women are better at language and non-STEM courses. That's all for my point. I hope I have given you a very strong reason for all of you to believe that men indeed are smarter than women do. Let me remind you again why that men are smarter. First thing first, because of they have larger variability, then they have more spatial ability, and they have different brain size. Despite on I have given you the evidence that men are smarter, it does not mean women are not excellent. There is something special about a woman who dominates in a man's world. That was said by Rihanna. Every man needs a woman and they complete each other. However, I still want to emphasize that men are smarter than women. That's all for me. Thank you.